What's going on, everybody? It has been well over a month since I've last uploaded a YouTube video, so yeah, I feel like today'd be a good day to get back on that. I've just been really busy with school, to be honest. I switched jobs recently, and yeah, my schedule's just been kind of all over the place, and school is just, I just want to finish, you know what I mean? Like, just want to get it done. Anyways, Set 5 Datacrons came out. Haven't really looked into it. I took a peek as I was driving home, but let's take a look at the bounty hunter stuff. I'm really interested in to see like what set 5 brings, because I've been hoarding all my materials. I'm like, I don't want to roll for set 3 because it disappears literally next week, and then set 4, I'm like, I feel like I'm done with set 4. So I've been pretty much Datacron poor for the last couple weeks. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but I've been just hoarding for set 5. So let's go ahead and dive in and take a look. Okay, so it's First Order and Bounty Hunter. I really thought it was gonna be Hut Cartel, but I guess Bounty Hunter kind of covers everything, and Skiff Guard, I think, is the only Hut Cartel that's not a Bounty Hunter, other than like Gam Guard and like Mob Enforcer, the ones we don't care about. Anyways, first off, the one thing I like here, these are all the characters that are getting level 9s. I kind of like the idea of more characters getting level 9s as opposed to just getting 3 characters with 3 different level 9s, because I feel like sometimes you're like, oh, like I don't know how many duplicate Lord Vaders I have or dashes I have, so it's like I have multiple level 9s, but you can only take advantage of, like, you know, the best one, or the one that's like 4 TW or 4 GAC, you know what I mean? So I like the idea of more characters. I think that's already a really good change of pace. I think that gives us more of a variety, which Datacrons were supposed to do in the first place, but if everyone's rolling the same Lord Vader, the same Datacron that's bonus turn, it's like, it's gonna get stale. Or not stale, but it's like, it's frustrating, because then if you don't roll that one, then you feel like you're not doing good. So anyways, let's just dive into it. Mechanics, they're all dark side, so I guess we don't have to spend our reroll mats trying to get light or dark, so that's interesting. The first time each ally is defeated, the first time each dark side ally is defeated, remaining dark side allies gain 15% offense and 20 speed for the rest of the encounter. That's interesting. It's very interesting. 15% offense is kind of okay, but 20 speed for the rest of the count the first time each one is defeated. That's kind of cool, because when you take a look at bounty hunters especially, you have characters with like bounty hunters resolve, so like they die and then they come back, but then you're giving I wonder if the speed and the offense would apply to them as well, because they're technically remaining. I don't know if that procs at the same time, but extra speed and extra offense is kind of cool for people just straight up dying. That might actually be. You know what? For First Order 2, Red Trooper is gonna be a menace with that one. I'm just starting to put it together in my brain right now. It's like, because when someone dies, he takes a bonus turn, resets his cooldowns, and then he just nukes you. So this could be nuts for Red Trooper. Red Trooper nuke, possibly. Whenever a buff or debuff are dispelled from dark side allies at the end of the turn, they gain potency up and tenacity up for 2 turns. Tenacity up is not too shabby. Now granted, Grief Karga already dispels and gives tenacity up to bounty hunters, but you have characters like Bam that can give everybody tenacity up. That's actually pretty good, because I'm really need a replacement Datacron for Bam as well. That might be a good. I know Bam is light side, but I mean, you use Bam pretty much everywhere. It's a very universal character. But that's pretty interesting. Okay, next one. Dark side allies recover 2% health whenever they're critically hit by an enemy. Yeah, probably not. Maybe for GL Jabba, because that team is pretty thick, but I think I'm going to pass on that one. Whenever dark side allies use a special ability to gain 50% turn meter, that's kind of broken. That's honestly kind of broken, just a little bit. Like that's wow. That's something. Especially when you consider First Order. You have characters like Phasma that or First Order Officer or Hux. They give turn meter and bonus turns to people. That's I think that's the craziest one so far. Whenever they use special ability to gain 50%, and that's for dark side allies period. I'm not just thinking First Order bounty hunters. That's just dark side period. Oh my god. Think about how fast B1s are going to be. Jeez Louise. Or Sign of Jangle, you know, you got 2 characters right there that have no cooldowns on their special abilities. B1 might take advantage of that. Or even Darth Vader, right? No, well, Darth Vader does basics on Merciless Massacre, but like, that's really good. This is actually an insane one. I'm just thinking of like Imperial Troopers and all kinds of other dark side teams you can use. Inquisitors. Yeah, that's kind of nuts actually. That's actually better than the turn meter cron that we had in set 2, because this is anytime you use a special ability. So I mean, by the end of the battle, you could, in theory, like over the course of the entire battle, your characters could be gaining well over 100% turn meter just from this ability alone. That's really kind of nuts. Okay, on to the last one. Whenever dark side allies inflict damage or time enemy, they gain a stack of protection up, 5% stacking until the end of the encounter. Oh my god. Oh, what are you doing? I feel like every set now is making Lord Vader harder and harder to kill. And, well, here's your Lord Vader replacement cron when set 4 expires at the end of the year. Or now, I guess. This one, like, oh my god, all that protection up. Yikes. That is, whenever dark side allies inflict damage on, that's gonna be a problem. Alright, faction mechanics. Okay, faction mechanics. First Order. Okay, I'm really interested in First Order more than Bounty Hunters. I'm not sure why, but First Order, I just feel like, are on the cusp of being, like, busted. Whenever First Order allies are critically hit, the game's finished. Okay, that's kind of, nah. At the start of each turn, First Order allies' turn, if they have taken damage this last turn, they gain offense up crit chance. Not really. Whenever First Order allies stun an enemy, they gain speed up and offense up to and inflict spells at the end of the turn. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, you have several characters that can stun. You have Crew, you have SLKR, you have Special Forces. I believe there's one more, OG Kylo. I believe that's it. I might be missing one more, but I think that's it. At the start of the battle, First Order allies gain Retribution for 3 turns. That is kind of good. That's the one you want, I think. Which can't be dispelled, mind you. So, oh boy, Huxley on steroids. Whenever the first time for each First Order ally falls below 50% health, they gain damage immune for 1 turn. And okay, so basically Rey. That can be, huh? What would you want more in your SLKR? Retribution or damage immunity? They're both good options. They're both good options, but that Retribution for 3 turns is kind of disgusting. Whenever a debuff on an enemy expires, First Order allies gain 2% offense, double if the debuff was dispelled. Maybe, but probably not. I think these two are the ones you want. The start of the battle, you get the Retribution, and then the damage immunity, the Rey ability. Okay, Bounty Hunters. Let's see. I'm really curious because, like I said, I actually haven't read this part. I just read the top part on my way home. Whenever Bounty Hunter allies inflict a debuff on an enemy, they have 50% chance to inflict damage. It's not that great. Okay, the same one, offense up crit chance. No, stun an enemy, same thing. Not a whole lot of Bounty Hunters stun. I mean, yeah, you got Cad Bane, Greedo, Dengar, Aura, Boss. I'm just naming like a bunch of characters at this point, right? Retribution, that's the one you want. Honestly, like that Retribution one is kind of. Wait a minute. Why are Bounty Hunters getting like a nerfed version? Why is it that it says their Retribution First Orders cannot be dispelled. Bounty Hunters doesn't say that. Not cool, CG, not cool. Okay. Maybe it's a typo, maybe it's not. We'll find out in the future. The first time a Bounty Hunter ally falls below, okay, Ray effect. That one's actually not bad. That one's kind of cool. That gives you, like, if you run BAM on the team, you kind of get, like, this double, you have, like, a double safety net there with BAM, and on top of that, you have the damage immunity. That's kind of interesting. That one may actually not be that bad, especially with the Job of the Hutt team. That one might actually be pretty good because that might make the team just really annoying if you give them all like the Ray Savior effect. Whenever bounty hunter allies are revived, they get protection up for 2 turns and turns. That's the same one that we just had for scoundrels, and I wasn't a fan of it. Nah. Alright, let's move on to mechanics now. Okay, so this is where we get all the character ones. SLKR's in the leader slot. Whenever first order allies gain advantage, he gains offense stack. Maybe. I could see it because SLKR sometimes can really prolong a fight because once he goes into his ultimate, you can't really end the fight. Like, you're just stuck there until he pops out of it. So, possibly, whenever SLKR is dealt damage, reflect 20% damage back to him. Again, when he's in his ultimate stance, can't really do anything to him. This is kind of cool though. We'll see. I'm not really sure which one is better. I think it's a tie between the two. I think it depends on how you're using your SLKR. You know, if you're using SLKR to take down Lord Vader, maybe the 20% reflect damage might be might help, but it's 20%, so just keep that in mind. First order Stormtrooper falls below 30% health. They dispel all debuffs on this bonus turn. He gives himself kind of like a mini savior effect. Maybe for 3v3. Maybe, because a lot of people like to split up their first order with like Hux, Red Trooper, and Stormtrooper. Maybe, but that one doesn't really scream like go for me. Hux, well, like Hux, you got a long one. Oh, wait a minute. If SLKR is in the leader slot and all first at start of the battle, exclude something. Okay. Hux gains dominance at the start of the encounter, and at the start of each of his turns. Oh, that's cool. So this one is literally like, it's literally Hux lead, kinda. It's Hux lead under SLKR lead. I kind of like that one. I think that's the one I would go for. That's pretty interesting. But it does require SLKR, and a lot of people are splitting these two characters up right now in 5s and 3s, so possibly, we'll see. But I think that one's pretty good though. Okay, first order executioner. At the start of first order executioner, turn to dispel all debuffs on them, recover 5% health for each debuff dispelled this way. Kind of lackluster. Little bit of a little survivability, I guess. This one might be good in 3s. It might be good in 3s. Captain Phasma. At the start of each turn. What? Excuse me? At the start of Captain Phasma's turns, they reset their cooldowns. Wow. Okay. Okay. Hold up. We're gonna scroll back up a little bit. It was a level 3, right? Holy crap. If you combine the 15% turn meter with Phasma's cooldown reset, I am 99% positive we are going to be creating some infinite loops. And TW especially. And GAC. Wow. Phasma lead is just... Are you kidding me? Well, not even her lead. It doesn't even have to be her lead. That's the best part. It doesn't even have to be her lead. She just needs to be on the team. Oh my god. So just... You're just throwing out 50% turn meter to everybody. I think that's the best one so far. I think that is the best one so far for first order. Okay, let's move on. Sith Trooper at the start of the counter. Start of Sith Troopers' turns, they have a 20% chance to gain 50%. How do you know if you're gaining it though? 50% defense penetration, because defense pen up is not 50% defense pen. It's 150. It's a flat number because defense pen is one of those weird stats that has percentages and flat numbers. I'm gonna say no on that one. Okay, moving over to bounty hunters now. Job of the Hutt. Oh, he gets 2. That's cool. Okay, when hired muscles dispelled from an ally, they gain 20% turn meter, offense up to 2%. Okay, so I haven't made any Jabba videos yet. because, like I said, it's just been really busy. But just to give you guys some context, Jabba the Hutt gets his ultimate very, very, very quickly. Very quickly, especially post-contract. This is going to expedite that process quite a bit. Okay, let's keep going before I make my decision on which one's better for Jabba. Jabba the Hutt gains 50% turn meter when other allies use a special ability on their turn. Ooh. I think you go for the ultimate charge. The only downside of the ultimate charge is, like I said, you get your ultimate so quickly. I do think there's going to be certain situations where you're going to be gaining excess ultimate charge. Like, Jabba's going to be like at 74% or 75%. And all of a sudden, they just get rid of all your hired muscle, and all of a sudden, you just shoot straight to 100. There's nothing wrong with that. But you aren't taking advantage of the ultimate charge, I guess, as much, which is fine though, because Jabba throws more thermals out for every 20% he has. So I think we go for the ultimate charge. Plus, he gets 20%. Your allies getting 20% turn meter and offense up. So yeah, I think you go with that one. The turn meter one isn't bad either. So I think my conclusion for Jabba is they're both good. So if you get the 15% turn meter one, that's not bad. That's fine. But you want the ultimate charge one, obviously. Chrysanthemum. Oh, interesting. Okay, whenever Chrysanthemum is dealt damage, reflects. Okay. He's really tanky. He's super, super tanky and mitigates a lot of damage. So I feel like you're not going to be dealing a whole lot to your opponent, because when you hit Chrysanthemum, mine's only R5 right now, but when you do damage to him, it's not much. So you're taking a very small number and only getting 20% of that. I mean, when he's the only character, like when it's just Jabba and him and they're stuck with that little duo, I guess this helps because they're kind of just hitting themselves in the face, but I think you want the Jabba one. Embo, okay. Oh, Cad Bane got one too, that's interesting. At the start of the battle, 90% of Embo's health is converted to protection. I'm still not a fan of Embo, guys, I'm sorry. Still not a fan of him. If Embo has protection at the start of the battle, he can't be... Or at the start of the turn, he can't be defeated that turn. They're trying so hard to make Embo good, and I feel like they just have to rework his, like, entire kit. They have to rework his entire kit, because I've just never been a fan. I just don't like it. I know he's good with Jabba, but he's going to get replaced so quickly once we get, like, the lifter for that team, like Bib Fortuna or whoever. Effects for Cad Bane. Cad Bane deals 5% more damage for... Oh, that's a lame-ass one. Alright, well, sorry. Maybe in threes. Maybe in threes. You never know. Maybe in threes. Aura Sing. Okay, whenever Aura critically hits an enemy, she gains 10% crit damage. Isn't that her unique? Isn't that her unique? I think her unique is like when somebody dies, she gets crit chance, or crit damage, or she gets something when somebody dies, but it's like, it's a stat she doesn't need. Whenever she critically hits an enemy. It's okay. I mean, it's alright. She doesn't do a whole lot of... I mean, unless you're calling her to assist with, like, Mando and, like, you have Grief and Bosk on the team, I guess you can get a lot out of this, but it's alright. Whenever Greedo... Wait, whenever another ally is defeated, Greedo takes a bonus turn. This one sounds kind of dirty, actually. This one sounds kind of dirty, because you give the Zeta to him. That's special, where he takes away all your turn meter and then just stuns somebody, is kind of dirty. But it requires an ally to die. Maybe for threes? Maybe? Stats. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. They brought back Health Steal? Oh my god. With armor? Oh my god. Alright, so at least we have accuracy. Thank god, because I'm like, we need something to fight those Datacrons. And thank goodness, God, thank you, CG, for not doing what you did with set 4, where they literally started making up brand new stats. This accuracy is accuracy across the board. I don't have to worry about physical versus special accuracy. Like, this is, thank you for just, thank you, God. And resistance and armor. Yeah, I mean, I guess you have to split those up, but health and protection. Shield. I don't know why they just put protection there. Shield percentage. I don't know why they're always making up new terms for Datacron. It's kind of weird. Crit damage is kind of cool. Crit damage is cool for sure. But health steal. Okay, so I guess that means Rey's back. Now that she has been solo, that's gonna be a pain in the butt with health steal again. And Lord Vader, of course. And you got armor in there too. My god, dude. Health steal and armor on a set for Lord Vader, that's gonna be annoying as hell. Crit damage too. I mean, you get some high percentages here. Holy moly. Alright, let's do a quick recap. I think the ones that stand out to me in terms of the level 9s, or we'll start at the top, level 3s. Quick recap. Obviously, the target meter one is like nuts. The top one, though, don't count that one out. Don't count the top one out. The 15% offense and 20 speed for the rest of the encounter. I think that one's going to catch people by surprise. But obviously, we want the target meter one, level 3. In terms of the mechanics, obviously the retribution. I think we just go full retribution for first order. For bounty hunters, same thing, but I would also consider the damage immunity for bounty hunters. I think that one is kind of nuts for Jabba, to be honest. The retribution one's cool, but like I said, it doesn't state the same thing as the first order, that it can or cannot be dispelled, which is kind of a bummer. And then going on to level 9s, I don't really know for SLKR. I'm not really sure. I don't think either of these are going to be that great for him. I think really the one that stands out to me out of all the first order ones, Hux's is not bad. Hux is actually pretty cool. Hux is pretty cool because you kind of get like a double lead effect. I'm a fan of that. But really, realistically, the Captain Phasma one, you want that one. Like, I don't care what relic or what gear level your Phasma's at, you need that Phasma one. That Phasma one is just TM for 5 minutes. That's literally what that says. And then Jabba, obviously, we went the ultimate charge. And then after that, I forgot about these 4. I'm trying to say something nice about Embo, but I can't think of anything. Cad Bane, possibly for 3s. That might not be a bad one for 3s. Aura, I think you really only take advantage of that if you have like an R7 aura. Like your aura is like R7, R8, modded to the teeth. And then Greedo, maybe for 3s. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I will do my best to start uploading a little bit more consistently now that my midterms are over. And my school semester is more or less coming to a close in the next month, so just gotta like tie up loose ends. But yeah, looking forward to set 5. Really interesting for the first order. Bounty hunters, I think it caters more towards Jabba than actual bounty hunters, but we'll see. Like I said, there are some pretty interesting stats in there with health steal and armor. I mean, my god, like that combo alone is just going to be a real pain for some people. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this post to your guild. Like I said, be on the lookout for some more videos, because we're going to start covering a different faction pretty soon. And if for those of you that have been following me on Twitch or just in general, you kind of probably have an idea what that faction is. But other than that, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.